Now, everybody should have a github.com account, github.com. When you go there, you should see the repository we made in class down here. If you don't, you need to make a new repository and make sure to initialize that repository with a repository with a README file. I'll just do that. New repository. I'm going to call this Jeffrey Portfolio. And I'm going to initialize that with a README. That's super important. If you don't do this right, you'll need to do it again. Then create repository. And then I have this empty container with a README file in it. So I'm going to upload files. You will probably, if you're using the one from class, have an index.html file already in there. That's just fine. You're going to update that index.html file, which I'll show you how to do in a moment. So then drag files here to add them to your repository. So I'm going to go to my website folder, which is right here. And in that, I have my images folder, my CSS file, and my index file. And I want to drag all three of these things right over here. Great. Commit changes. After they are all uploaded, commit changes. I'll be right over for you as soon as the screen capture's done. Cool, so now I have in my repository index, CSS, images. Excellent. And I do not have the pages set up here. So if you're using a new repository, follow along, but everyone should have done this last class. In settings, down here in pages, choose your master branch and save. Then when you scroll down again, you should see that your site is being published at this web link. This web link is what I want you to submit for your final assignment. So if you open that in a new tab, you should see your design there, linked to all of your images. So that's great. Now let's say you then go back and make some changes. Well, we're going to go back to our repository. Danger, not quite what I wanted, Jeffrey Portfolio. There we go. Index.html is the file that we're working on over here in brackets. And if you go here to edit this file, then you can Command A, delete, and then copy and paste whatever your newest code is. Command C, Command V. And enter a name for your change. That didn't seem to do it. I think it is smart enough to know that I didn't make any changes. Yep, I just added some random text at the bottom and it noticed. But then you can commit the change, and then your new website will work. If you have in your change included any new content, like image files, you will also need to upload those to the appropriate space that corresponds in your local website folder. So if I've added new images, I would need to go into the images folder on my repository and add more images. Now, for anybody who really wants to learn how to be a more advanced user of this sort of stuff, the Git whole purpose of Git is to make this sort of copying of files redundant. The Git program is a program that's supposed to let you more automatically keep track of what has changed and automatically upload it into repositories, whether on GitHub or elsewhere, but all of that is advanced user stuff for another class. But please feel welcome to start Googling it and learning about it on your own, and if you have any questions, feel welcome to email me. I'll do my best to answer them. But for our purposes, we're just using the GitHub repository as an online web hosting service, which is not quite how it's meant to be used. So I hope that all made sense. Again, this is the kind of link that I want you guys to send me in your submission. Thank you very much and have a beautiful weekend.